All right, guys. So today we want to kind of talk about. All right, guys. So today we kind of want to talk about Black Panther and the new issue that was recently just dropped, and this is part two. This is part two. I gotta start working on making these videos like more official, like this in this format. But anyway, um, I know I was said I was gonna read the issue, but I realized when I made my first video, a lot of people were talking about something else. So I'm going to address that second part. So what we want to talk about is race swapping out a black character for a white character or a white character for a black character. And a lot of people have different stances. Some people don't care as long as it doesn't change um the background or any other things that the character has been known for throughout the years. Some people care because it feels like, okay, it's been like this for so long. Why change the race? And when we're talking about Black Panther and we're talking about Wakanda and we're talking about an African nation, we a lot of people feel like this is a disservice to Black Panther and what Stan Lee has created. Like Stan Lee created the Black Panther. Like think about that. Like, you know, so um one of the things that I think people don't understand that race swapping is an issue when you're swapping characters. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think race swapping or gender swapping is necessary. A lot of people had an issue with the Silver Surfer being a girl, not knowing that there is an alternate version of her that is female. Actually, the OG main Silver Surfer's love interest or wife or whatever you want to call them. And so if you don't read it, and I used to be one of those people like, oh, I don't think people should have to read the comic books in order to watch the movies. And in 2025, I changed that stance because now I feel like people need to go read a comic book because then you guys don't know, and then you get mad when someone has comic book accurate information and facts to prove you wrong, whether it's about how a character acts, the presentation of the character, the background of the character, or even the power six levels or how strong a said character is. Now, we think this is a problem, so he claims to be Black Panther's son. And so, with that being said, it's looking like he's a villain, so it might be something where it's a thing to just deceive people and to take over Wakanda and things like that. And to be fair, Black Panther in this issue is aging older T'Challa and things like that, and he was defeated in combat for the throne to this guy right here in the image below. And so people are like, oh, well, I blame the Ryan Gosling memes and things like that. I don't agree with changing an ethnicity of any character, whether he's white, whether he's black, whether he's Asian, whether he's whatever he or she is. I don't agree with changing the gender of said character because when Michael B. Jordan played in the Fantastic Four and he was the Human Torch, yes, cool, right? Problem is now you have this awkward situation where now Sue Storm is, I think it was Sue Storm, she's adopted, and they have like this weird brother sister relationship. And I thought that was pretty odd. I thought it was pretty weird and things like that. And I was like, this just doesn't feel, it didn't feel right. So you're changing something. And then you're also adding in a narrative that she was adopted, things like that in the movies. And I don't think he should have been black. I don't think Michael B. Jordan should have played Human Torch. So I'm one of those people. I stand on both sides. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, well, I don't think you should change the Black Panther to a white guy," which I don't. But also, I don't think you should be changing a white guy to a black guy. And a lot of people's arguments about it being okay was, "Oh, well, Nick Fury. They put Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury." Well, little did you guys know, if you actually read a comic book, and I'm gonna show you this guys right now. I'm gonna show you this guys right now. If you guys read the comic books, then you guys would know that Nick Fury here, this is from the comics, is from an alternate universe where he is Samuel L. Jackson. and they went with. And when you have this version of a character way before a movie was put out, why not go with this version? We can pick a whole bunch of people to play the white version of Nick Fury, which he's a good character as well. Is not to take away, but this is more iconic. This is way more iconic. And you guys can't say that you guys don't enjoy. A lot of people don't even know that there is a white version of Nick Fury. The main 616 Nick Fury. Because people only watch the movies. They only know this. So when we're saying, oh, well, Nick Fury was black, well, it's because it's from a comic book. It's from the alternate universe. The same way the Silver Surfer is a female from an alternate universe. So whether it's from an alternate universe or if it's from the main canon universe, it still is from the comics. And people forget when you do these movies and you do these gauntlets and you do all these other things, you guys forget they're pulling from the comic books. Yes, everything is not going to be a one-to-one. The suits are not going to be one-to-one. Maybe some of the things are changed. Understand that there are things when it comes to movie rights, because when it comes at least to Marvel, they don't own all their characters. They don't own Spider-Man. They don't own the Hulk. You guys keep saying that there's going to be a World War Hulk. No, there's not. There hasn't even been an actual Hulk movie since the 2008. And it's only because Paramount owns the Hulk. And I don't know what their contract is, but it's like they don't have to make a movie that Phil, as long as he's in a part of the MCU. They don't lose their contract like Sony. And so we're never going to get a Hulk film. That's why his story has been integrated into other films like Thor Ragnarok, Avengers Endgame. We get a little bit more. She-Hulk. We learned some other things. He had a kid on Sakaar or whatever it was. Right? So, with that being said, I really think you guys need to go read comic books. King Lion is the GOAT. I understand why you guys don't like him. I like him a lot. He spits facts. You can't get around facts, okay? You know? You guys can't get me mad if you guys don't know something. Like, he commented on one of my videos and was like, "Hey, I think you need to go read some more." And I was like, "Okay, well, put me on." He didn't put me on, but I'm just saying, you guys got to get it together. You guys got to get it together. Please read a comic book, because you will get destroyed every single time. Because you know, I don't know. I just think that it's a disservice to Black Panther and what it stands for and what it is for everyone who loves Black Panther, having him white. But obviously there could be some red herrings here, and there could be some things that are like, okay, we got to wait a few more to realize, okay, he's just a villain. This was all a lie. It wasn't true. And then also people believe that it's a tactic for them they're using this to get comic book sales. They're using it to bring some traffic, generate some public interest and things like that, to turn heads, get some talk going around, some free PR, basically. Like right now, what I'm doing is free PR, you know, and it's putting it out there. It's probably going to make people, hey, I'm going to go read. I'm going to go subscribe to the Ultimate app and go read those comics. You know what I'm saying? So that could be also the other thing, you know, and it's just what it is. So, but, yeah, just make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tell me what you guys think about the Black Panther being quote unquote white, and how you guys feel about gender and race swapping within comic books and movies and things like that. So, all right. Peace out, Nerd Lunch.